Welcome back, everybody. Ambika Devi Yogini Yoda here. Now we're going to talk about how to sit in order to breathe. And this also goes for meditation. Once your body is flexible and you have the ability, you can sit on what's called a zabuton. This is a square, almost like a futon, very thin futon. This one has cotton inside, cotton slip cover. And you'll just sit in this position. Now, take note of my feet. This is my right heel, and it's right in up against my perineum. This is my left heel, and it stacks right there. My legs are comfortable like this, and from the side, this is what it looks like. So what you're seeing is my back has a really nice curve to it. My chest is lifted, and I'm perfectly comfortable. Now, in the very beginning, that's not going to be the case. And this is my absolute favorite type of beginner pillow. This pillow is filled with buckwheat hull, and I like it because it gives you thigh support. So this is the way you get on it. First, you shake it so that you get most of the buckwheat in the back. And place it down on your zabuton because this gives you support and cushion for your knees. You get up high on it, and then it gives you a place to put your feet, and it gives you support. You can roll forward till the tops of your shins are touching the ground, and this puts your back in that perfect position so that you're nice and straight and there's no constriction on your belly. Now, once you get more advanced and you can do it this way, you can then graduate to a smaller pillow. This is also something like that, but then we don't need the thigh support. And the same thing, you shake it a little bit so that the back is a little higher, and this is just going under your sits bones. Again, this gives you a place for your feet, and I will show you this from the front, and gives you that support. Once that's comfortable, you can even take it to something a little bit thinner and work your way to just needing hardly anything until you don't need anything at all. Let me show you what that looks like from the front. And I like to push them nice and wide because the thing we want to do here is we want to get the heel right in there so that the fronts of the shins are down, the knees are not compromised in any way, and there's support all up the edges, and the body's nice and straight. Now, when we get into breathing later, you're going to need a weight for your belly, something so that you can be aware of it. And remember, when you don't need anything at all, you'll just be sitting right on the floor, just like me. But this takes time, and it takes practice. And it's so important for you to not be uncomfortable when you're breathing. So later on, when I come back in a little more than an hour, we're going to get into breathing like a yogi. So you'll need something to sit on that's comfortable. You can use a towel. You could use a few beach towels or a cushy blanket. I prefer you're on some kind of hard surface. The softness is for your bones and your joints, but then the firmness of the surface is so that you can sit and feel your sits bones down on the ground. And then we will talk about breathing in a seated position, but we'll also be doing a lying down position. So I want you to have something comfortable on the ground. Here I've got a yoga mat with a rug on top of it. If you were watching my morning routine, it's the same thing I was on this morning. If you've got any questions, send me a message and I'd be happy to answer them. And I look forward to seeing you for Breathe Like a Yogi coming up in just a little over an hour.